for going live, but I'm going live now. Welcome everyone to the live stream. Hopefully we get a bunch of people that join us. Looks like a couple of people are already here. We got about 10 people so far. The last time I did this, it was a while ago. We had, I think, close to like 50 or 60 at one point, which was pretty cool. So basically how this works is I show up and if you have any questions for me, you can ask them in the chat, and then I will answer your questions the best I can. And also you'll be joined by other Closet Tools customers, and sometimes they have some different insights and different ideas than I do, and they will help you with your questions. Yeah, we'll wait for some more people to show up. But certainly if you have any questions, enter them in the chat. And specifically, if you have any questions about like the new full automation, things like that, definitely ask away, and I will help you, or other Closet Tools customers will help you. So once again, we're just getting warmed up here. We got a few people on. Excited to talk to you guys. It's been a while. I don't remember the last stream that I did, but it was a while ago. And a lot has changed since then, personally and professionally, and just everything's all over the place. But lately I've been doing a lot of really cool stuff with Closet Tools, and hopefully it's been helping you guys out. And I've been doing a lot, and I actually have a lot planned too. So there's a lot planned for the future. But let me just put something in the chat here. Feel free to ask questions. Or just say hi. All right, we got our first question. Sweet. She love the new features. One question: I noticed that a sold item is shared if it's sold that day. Does that refresh once a day? Yeah, it's something that I can fix with Closet Tools. But basically, what happens is when Closet Tools loads all of your items to be shared for full automation, it loads your whole closet, and then if something sells, technically it's still in that group of items that it already loaded, so it just kind of pushes right through and shares all those items. So I just have to do the work to check if an item's sold before I share it. So something really simple, but that's basically how it works. So that's why it does that. So yeah, the next time it loads your items and the next time it goes through, then that sold item won't be in there because it'll only load available items. Rebecca says, what you have created with Closet Tools is outstanding. One question about full automation: seems like it takes quite a bit longer to share listings via feed. Closet makes sense. Yeah. So yes, it is quite a bit slower, and that's on purpose because you don't want to share super quickly. Number one, because that's a high signal that you're using some sort of automation to share your items. And number two, it brings up CAPTCHAs and things like that a lot more often if you share super fast. So that's part of the advantage of the full automation, is that you still get the number of shares that you want to get done in a day done, but it does them as slow as it possibly can so that you spread it out throughout the entire day. You're always in your followers' feeds, and it does it in the most non-body way. I say body, like non-automated way possible. It tries to slow everything down so that it looks like just constant activity. Cool. Does that apply then to also newly added listings? Yes, Rebecca. So newly added listings will show up in full automation after it's done sharing through your items, and it reloads your entire closet. So every time it goes from beginning to end, when it gets to the end, it reloads the whole closet again, and then it'll add in the new items into the sharing feed. So, if you have 2,000 items, then it might take a little longer for it to get in the feed. But if you have 200 items, then it'll be in there, after an hour or two, it'll be in the list, in the lineup to get shared. I'm curious, what are the time parameter that East Coast users to find most effective for getting traffic to your closet? Is it Pekimam? Pekimam. So I personally don't know the specific time, but I would say during parties is when you're probably going to get the most traffic and chance of getting activity. That's when other people are on the platform. That's when they're, in the app, they're in the party or whatever. That's when most people are showing up to Poshmark. So that's really what I would say is the, either during the parties, but then also just from the first party to the last party in a day. That's when the most of the people are on Poshmark. Alex says, yes, it takes much longer to share listings. My overall shares are much, much lower, never to the maximum number of 7,000. Yeah, so that's kind of a feature of full automation, is that it actually doesn't ever reach the full maximum. That's mostly to keep you safe so that you don't overshare. So you can certainly push that 7,000 number, maybe to 8,000 or 9,000 if you really want to get in that full 7,000 shares. But I try to make it a little bit more conservative so that, it's not like your estimate was 7,000 and it pushes it to, you did 10,000 shares in a day and you get put in Sharedale or something like that. So it's designed that way so that it plays it safe, so that, keeps your closet safe and you don't get shut down or anything. Does automatic relisting apply only to items not relisted within 60 days? Yes. It should only relist items that have been relisted or have been listed 60 days prior. And I'm about 95% sure it checks when it was last listed, not when it was created, because when it was created, if something was 120 days old, maybe it got relisted twice within there. So it'll check to see when it was last relisted, and then it'll relist if it's greater than 60 days. Lane says, loving the new automation. I'm seeing so much more traffic to my closet. Sweet. I'm on the East Coast and get a surprising amount of likes and shoppers in the early morning, 5 to 8 a.m. That's interesting. Certainly Poshmark is now in some different countries. You have Poshmark Australia, Poshmark India. I don't know if they're actually coming to Poshmark.com, the U.S. Website. That would kind of not make sense because it's only national shipping. You only ship in the U.S. So, but yeah, hey, if you're seeing a lot of likes and shoppers in the early morning, then, I would play around with it and see if that's really when you're starting to drive sales and stuff like that. That's certainly when, the majority of people are getting up, going to work and stuff like that. If they're checking their phone, they're checking their notifications. They just woke up. And if you sent them an offer last night, then they're going to jump in the app and stuff like that. So, yeah. Rebecca says, I see you can set the time frame of full automation sharing. Does the speed of sharing get faster if I shorten the sharing time frame window? Yes, exactly. So if you restrict the hours from 24 hours to 12 hours, say it's from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m., then it's still going to do those 5,000 shares, but it's going to double the speed because it has to do it in 12 hours instead of 24 hours. So that's the way. There's two ways to make your shares go faster. You can either decrease the amount of time it takes using the time window and restricting the amount of time, or you can just increase the number. So if you're doing 1,000 shares a day, it's going to share in 24 hours, it'd be every 86 seconds. But if you did 2,000 shares a day, then it's going to cut that in half to 43 seconds every share. So, so you can either increase the number or you can set it to the time window so that it restricts how long it takes to share all of those items. Laura says, me too. Early morning is very busy for me. Cool. yeah, so there's a tip for everyone. If you're not doing stuff early morning, you might be missing out on some stuff, missing out on some traffic. I'm going to pop the chat out. I think I can do that. Oh, I can do live chat. Okay. And then I think I can pop it out. Cool. I'm going to throw it up on the screen so that people can see it. So it's in the video when it goes live. Love Closet Tools. If I use List Perfectly or any other inventory management system to list and use Closet Tools to relist old items, will I lose connection to my item in LP? I would say yes, because what's going to happen is when you relist the item, it's going to create a new item ID, and List Perfectly is not going to know what that item ID. So you would have to either update that in List Perfectly or not use the relisting old items in Closet Tools. Thanks for the question. It's a good question. Peacefully present. I think I got all the questions so far. Yeah, Peckamum. Yeah, unfortunately, that's the way it is. They're not directly affiliated with Closet Tools, so they're not going to know if you, remove listings or change listings and stuff like that. So it does generate a new unique ID for an item when you copy a listing and relist it. So. Yeah, so Alex asked, can I force relist items that are newer than 60 days since the last relist? Yeah, you can't do that in the full automation, but you can do it, by going to your closet. So I'll go to my closet. Oh, this is my wife's closet. And then you would go to the lighting tab and you can relist items here. So you hit relist items, and if you wanted to, just pick the items that you wanted to relist, you would go into the sharing tab, enable select items, hit select items, and then you can pick the items that you want to relist, and then this relist items here will actually just relist, the few items that you have selected here. I have to work on making that a little more obvious and not so weird. Because it is a little bit strange why the select items would be in here and not in here and stuff like that. So I have to work on making sure that is a little easier to use. But that's how I would do it. Peckamom says, is Closet Tools keeping our closet order or is it sharing randomly? So technically it's keeping your closet order. It's sharing your closet order. So if I go to the full automation, it's keeping your closet order when it's sharing your items. But then of course, if you do the party self-sharing, then those items are going to get pushed to the top during the parties. And, if you're doing... well, I guess that's the only thing that would really screw it up is the self-party sharing. So that's going to put any party items at the top. But Lane is correct. The closet order really doesn't matter. If closet order really matters that much to you, that means you have items that you are not proud of having in your closet, and you should just probably sell stuff that you want in your closet. Because at any time of the day, if you share any items, that's what's going to be at the top. So it would be like you would have to not share at all if you wanted your closet order to be perfect. And if you're not sharing at all, then you're probably not generating the traffic you need to make sales. So I've been looking for a way to share listings to other social media platforms via automation. Anything you're looking into doing? No. I mean, Poshmark has their little share, widget where you can share to social media, but there's like multiple steps involved. So like if I hit Facebook or something like that, then I have to like be logged into Facebook, and then there's like other buttons, and it goes to a whole different website, and like I can't really automate that. So no, not necessarily. Has anybody seen an increase in sales and since using full automation, or an increase in followers and stuff like that? Also, I'm interested to hear some of people's settings that they use for generating lots of traffic and stuff like that. I'm pretty heavy on doing a few thousand shares, self shares, so like 3,000 to 4,000, but then also doing lots of party feed sharing and sharing fresh closets and following new closets. I feel like those are some big missed opportunities for people that don't use automation, because these are the things that are going to drive people to come to your closet. When you're sharing the party feed, people are going to go to your closet and share your items because you shared their items. When you're sharing fresh closets, you're getting people that are just new to the platform, and they're going to check out your closet and share your items, and like your items and stuff like that. And when you're following new closets, you're going to be getting new customers to the platform, and you're going to be getting people visiting your closet and sharing your items. So I think those are huge. I think the community sharing and following are fine, but those tend to be people that are selling things. So they will come and they'll share your items, but they're not going to be coming and like trying to buy items. So yeah. Wow. Laura says June was my best month in 3 years. That is cool. That's awesome. Wait, June. This is June now. I think she means May. It's June 3rd. All right. The relist feature works only on listings that are a single item listing versus listing with more than one. Do you plan to change this? Yes, I'm pretty sure relisting only works with single items. I'm trying to think. There was something wrong with relisting something that had multiple available. I don't remember what it was about it, but there was something that was either very cumbersome or I don't remember, but I'll look into it and I'll double check if I can do that. It's the same thing with like bundle stuff. Bundle stuff can get really cumbersome and bundle stuff is interesting because like if somebody bundles like 2 items, you never know if they're going to like bundle a third item 5 minutes later. So like you don't want to like send an offer right away on like a bundle with 2 items. So those scenarios are a little tricky, the multiple items and the bundle offers and stuff like that. So that's why I've kind of stayed away from that. I just mostly go with the single items. But I'll certainly look into it and see if it's something that I can figure out and automate and stuff like that. So, because I know it'll save you guys time. So, Laura S. Oh, May. Yep. Do any of you guys use the revenue calculator, the closet revenue calculator? I find it to be the most fascinating thing because what'll happen is you'll go to somebody's closet. So like say I go to this closet. I don't know who it is. So, it's a reasonably big closet, 50,000 followers, 85,000 shares. You can go here to the closet revenue calculator and it'll tell you exactly how that closet is performing. So you can see in the last week they've made $120. the last month they made $900. They made 20K this year. And it looks like they just started their closet right about a year ago. So they made 20K in their first year, selling, looks like purses and stuff, not like super high end stuff, and then it'll also tell you for each month how they did. And this one was actually pretty solid. I mean, you're talking this month they did really good, but every other month they did pretty much standard revenue. So that's pretty cool. What's interesting is everything they sell is no brand. They don't sell any brand name bags. It's all like off-brand bags, which is interesting. Peacefully Present says, I love the calculator. Shell Haynes said, I had no clue you could use it on other closets. Yeah, you can use it on any closet. So if you go to, like I said, like you just, you can take a peek at, and, it says that it's an estimate. I'll show you here. So it says it's an estimate. And it's because I can't see bundle sales, and I also can't see items that were like returned and like refunded and stuff like that. I can only see just from their closet what they've sold. So it's not exactly correct, but I've seen it to be pretty accurate. And then of course it doesn't account for the 20% discount for what you give to Poshmark when you sell stuff. So yeah, but I find it interesting when you find a closet with like 1 million followers and they sell like, $100 a month or something like that. It's just like weird. But then you'll see other ones where like, they don't have a ton of followers, but they do, decent amount of revenue. So of course, there's a lot of other aspects to selling. It's your item pictures, it's your descriptions, your titles, your ratings, stuff like that. So there's a lot of different, and your price points too. There's a lot of different factors to really driving sales on a platform. So cool. Yes, I love the revenue calculator. It helps me justify shopping for new items. Nice. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I'm interested. Like I said, I'm interested to hear, if people have been like how much more sales they've been making and stuff like that, and also, if they've have any suggestions on settings for what they've seen work well for like full automation and stuff like that. I have high-end items I'm not willing to give a 30% discount on. How do folks send mass offers to likers when you have items you're not willing to give deep discounts on? I mean, I can tell you how I would do it. When you go to your closet, so Closet Tools will use these filtering options over here, and what you can do is like do a custom price. So like say it's like your high-end items are all less than $400 or something like that. So you can hit the max to be 400. And then when you do in the Lightning tab, when you do the offer to likers, this will only apply to the items that are less than $400. And you can put any number in here. You can also do a minimum price and stuff like that. But that's one way that you can restrict the sale price, so like that your high-end items aren't getting a huge discount. And then you could do the same thing where you could set the minimum price to be, 400. And then you can offer, the discount that you want for these high-end items. You can do a 10% discount or something like that. And then you can do those offers. So. But then also in the automation, I added a parameter where, let me go to the main feed. in the send offers to likers, there's now a minimum price, so people can have it skip sending offers on items that are too low. Margie says, is there a way to set automation feed to maximize the number of followers but minimize the number being followed? Unfortunately not. I mean, you don't really know how many people are actually going to follow you back or anything like that. I do want to add a unfollow automation so that like it goes through and unfollows people that you followed so that you're not ballooning your following out of control. Because some people do like to actually have a pretty restricted feed. And I'm pretty sure unfollows are a separate category. So like, you can do like 10,000 shares a day max, 10,000 follows a day max, but I think you can also do like 10,000 unfollows a day max. So it should be able to unfollow and follow kind of simultaneously and just, so you can keep the amount you're following under control. So good question. I think I'll probably add it sometime soon. I have lots of really cool automations that I'm planning on adding. I think that are going to be super, super useful. I don't like to talk about them on my live streams because my competitors watch my live streams and they steal my ideas. so I'll when they come out, I'll let you know. Peaceful Presence says, my sales have been slow, but I haven't put in the effort to learn the new algorithm. I noticed an uptick in activity when using closet tools. Nice. Yeah, I mean, if you want an overview, I mean, if you have any questions about full automation, you can ask me right now. But also, there's a full automation video on YouTube. This one I can put in the chat, and this will go through all of the options and what they do and how to set them up and stuff like that. So yeah, I gained 10,000 new followers since the new launch. Misty says, I like the old tool. So the new thing does everything that the old one did. The only difference is when you're in your closet page, you can't do the return shares and the return follows. So everything else is exactly the same. Yeah. The issue with having the return shares and the return following on pages like your closet page is that, say you're doing return follows in here. If you run into a point where you hit a CAPTCHA, Closet Tools couldn't do anything about it. It couldn't solve the CAPTCHA because it couldn't bring up the CAPTCHA to be able to solve it and then continue on. So actually what was happening was people thought that Closet Tools was returning following on all of these follows, but it actually wasn't. It was blocked by a CAPTCHA. And it couldn't solve it because there's no way to bring it up a following CAPTCHA in your closet page. So that's why I moved everything to the main feed, because on the main feed, I can bring up sharing CAPTCHAs and following CAPTCHAs, and I can get them solved so that it can just continue on trucking and continue on going without any interruptions. So if you don't like the new stuff, I definitely think you should try the full automation in the main feed. Do your self-sharing, your closet sharing from the main feed, and in your party self-sharing. I mean, like, the fact that you can just set this up and just like set it and forget it, it'll solve all the CAPTCHAs you need. It'll just keep going. You don't even have to look at it or touch it. I mean, that's a huge advantage versus the old way where you'd have to go to your closet and share your items and then go to the party, or like when there's a party going on, you had to like start party sharing and stuff like that. The full automation will take care of all of that for you when you're in the main page, in the main feed. It'll know when a party starts and it'll start sharing the parties and stuff like that. It's super handy. I definitely recommend checking it out and learning how to use it. Should I have less follows than followers? Does that make a difference? I don't think it makes a difference. Um, I mean, Poshmark, it's kind of like social media in a way where you have like followers and you follow people and stuff like that. But then at the same time, I don't think anybody really cares if you have like, if you're following a ton of people. Um, so Shell Haynes says, is it okay to list while full automation is running? Yep. So if you list a new item, so basically what happens is when it's doing your closet sharing, it'll load your entire closet and then it'll share from beginning to end. But if you list an item while it's sharing, the next time it loads your closet, it'll load all your available items, and that new listing will be in that lineup. So it might be, depending on how many items you have, it might be like, a half hour or like a couple hours later, that new listing will be in the lineup and it'll start getting shared. If we can see other people's closets using Revenue Calculator, does that mean we could use closet tools on other people's closets? That seems scary. Can other people use closet tools to offer from mine? So I don't know why that would be scary. I mean, you can check out, but like it's not perfectly accurate. All it does is it goes, so like if I go to like this closet here, like it just goes through and grabs all the sold items and tells you a little bit about their closet. It doesn't, like, it's not actually going in and getting like private data from like their sales and stuff like that. It's all public information. But I mean, I'm not sure. Are you talking more about like you can figure out what their average sale price is and stuff like that, and then you can kind of like lowball them, and that you'll get I guess explain to me why that would be scary. It's mostly just so you can kind of get a picture of like, okay, this person's, they sell these brands and, this is their top brand. So like you can consider like, oh, maybe I should be selling that brand instead of like, this other brand or something like that. More worried about Poshmark thinking I'm using a bot. Wait, hold on a second. Yeah, so Peacefully Present says the sold listings are public. I don't think this is possible. Yeah, I'm not getting any private information. It's all public information. So my wife's in the chat, Hannah O'Connor. She said, hey. Hey, Hannah. So Shell Haynes list one. Oh, more worried about Poshmark thinking of using audit bot or doing too much of the same. Like, how am I sharing and listing items at the same time? I mean, well, there's plenty of Poshmark sellers that use virtual assistants to share and stuff, and they'll list. So like, it's the same thing. As long as the limitations that Poshmark has on the platform are in place so that you can't like abuse the platform. Like you can't just come on and do 1 million shares in a day so that you're just like blowing up everybody's feed and stuff like that. Like that's going to get you shut down. But like if you're just showing up every day and just slowly doing all the things you need to do to drive traffic, like you're not abusing Poshmark. Like you're still well within the limits that they have in place so that you're not going to get like shut down or anything like that. But yeah, so I mean, Poshmark knows that not every seller on Poshmark is a complete individual and they only have 2 thumbs, right? Like there's multiple people working on, especially bigger closets. They're working, multiple people working on it at the same time. Oh, Carrie Shield says, I can't make an offer for someone else in their closet. No. Yeah, I mean, you'd have to be like logged into their Poshmark account to do that. The only reason why like you go to their closet is just because that's what Closet Tools uses to like know whose closet to like load the sold items and stuff like that. You're not like going in and controlling their closet or anything like that. It's literally just all it does is it gets all the sold items and then it just calculates all this stuff for you. That's all it does. So yeah. But yeah, no, like you can't control somebody's closet unless you're logged in as them. So there's some different, so like you'll see, like if I look at the lightning tab when I'm on somebody else's closet, like a bunch of these options aren't available. I can't do these. I can't do any of these, like relisting items. Like I can't relist items on somebody else's closet because I'm not logged in as them. So it wouldn't even be possible even if I tried. But then when I go to my closet page, I can relist items, offer to likers, change prices and stuff like that. Yep. It's cool that Margie got 10,000 new followers since the new launch. Yeah, I've seen with my wife's closet, I'm not sure, I should have kept track, but I've been doing the full automation on her closet for a few months because I was testing it and stuff like that. But I mean, it's like, she's getting 500 to 1,000 followers a day, basically, which is crazy. Yeah. Cool. Carrie Shield says, now I understand. Awesome. Yeah. Nothing to worry about. But like I said, it's a useful tool, mostly because you can kind of scope out, like if there's a closet you see that sells items similarly to you, you can kind of get an idea how they're doing and, what they're selling and, what their activity is. One thing I should do is like, I don't think I can see the self shares on items. But I can see, one second. I don't know if I added this into the revenue calculator or not. I don't think I did. But what I can see is like the average number of likes it took before they sold an item and like the average number of shares it took before they sold an item, which can be useful to like know like, okay, I have to get this many likes, on average before I, will sell an item. So yeah, I didn't add that. So maybe I'll add that to the revenue calculator, just to give you some more information about, how they're doing and stuff like that. Adden Ildoro says, if you have certain closets that you follow their followers daily, can you automate that? I would say yes and no. I could automate it, but I mean, you can just go in like this closet's followers here. You go in and you can just run the follow closets, and it'll follow these closets for you. I mean, basically, when you load, actually, I'd have to look. I think when you load someone's item or someone's followers, it's in the same order anyway, so you might as well just do this if you really want to do that. But I recommend following. I recommend doing, following the new closets and doing like the community follows, because like those people are active on the platform right now. And you're going to get more traffic to your closet. But one thing that I'm going to add is a targeted following. So what I'm going to do is like, if you sell wallets per se, like let's see, you sell wallets. That's what you sell in your closet. You can go to a feed here and you can, pick, some high-end wallets or something like that. And then what I'm going to have Closet Tools do is get the likers of these items and then follow them, because like those are the people that are interested in purchasing this item. So like you'll be able to take this link and then, follow the people that like these items. And I think that's going to be really effective because you're following the people that are interested in buying the things that are in your closet. And that's basically one of the only ways that you can get their attention. I mean, you could like do commenting and stuff, but like auto commenting will get you banned pretty quickly on Poshmark. So Brenda Cordova says, what is sloth sharing? Sloth is just the slowest speed that you can share at if you're doing like normal sharing. So like if you're here and you hit share to followers, then like sloth is like a share every 8 seconds or something like that. But personally, I don't really recommend doing normal sharing anymore. I recommend going to the main feed, poshmark.com/feed, and using the full automation in the red circle tab. And that's going to do all of your sharing for you, and you don't have to touch anything. That's what I recommend. I have a list that I follow every day, and my following grows wildly. Now it's 675K. Would love to automate my list. Yeah, I mean, if you want to shoot me an email and you can, explain more what you want to automate. Actually, yeah, that wouldn't be too hard to automate. You can just put in the closets that you want to like follow from, and it can load like a couple thousand of the most recent follows from all of those, and then automate that. So that's a good idea. I'll write that down. Actually, I think I can bring up my notes here. Yeah, I'll write that down, and maybe I'll add that as an automation where you can share the followers of specific closets. Share or followers on specific closets. I love the targeted followers. Yeah, I think that'll be a good one. Not sure if possible, but I would love to see how many times I offered a discount per item to likers. I don't know. I think I can only see the latest offer. Or like, I think all I can see is the lowest offer that you've offered. Whereas, yeah, like if you go to the chat, the messaging, then like you can see the history. But I think if I'm grabbing like the information from an item, I can only see the lowest offer. How many times I offered a discount per item to likers. But like, I mean, it doesn't send out multiple offers to people at like the same price. So like if you send a 10% discount like one day, and then the next day you send out a 10% discount again, it only sends to new likers. It doesn't resend that offer to old likers. It'll only resend an offer if it's 10% more of an offer or of a discount than the previous offer. Then it'll give them a notification and it'll be like a new offer. But if you always just send the same offer price, then it's not like they're getting like bombarded with notifications like offer kind of thing. It'll only send to new likes. Resend filter says sloth sharing is 10 seconds per share. Yeah, it's like 10 or 8. I don't remember. It could be 10. I thought it was like, I'm pretty sure I made them in doubles. So like fast is 1 second, medium is 2 seconds, slow is 4 seconds, sloth is 8 seconds, I'm pretty sure. But yeah. Over time, I may do a 20% and then 60 days later do a 10%. Oh, like a 10% more? Oh, so you want to know if you've done a 20% discount on that item. Yeah, you could do that. What I've seen a few people tell me is that they'll use the automated return offers. They'll do like a 10% or a 20%, and then like once a day they'll go into their closet and do the bulk offer to likers at a higher discount. So they'll do like 30%, and it'll just like do the whole closet. So like it just, everybody for that day, they were offered a 20%, and then later that day they were offered a 30%, and then like you just do it every day basically. So I'd love to be able to see offers sent in the bundling tab. I send an offer on a bundle, and then after 24 hours, I can't see what that offer was. Interesting, Shell. Yeah, I mean, if you want, you can send me an email with some more information. I don't personally do a lot of bundle sales stuff. I actually personally don't do a ton of selling on Poshmark. My wife actually does more. She actually probably might know more about what you're saying. Usually that's what happens is I'll talk to her and she'll be like, oh, like, you know, I do this thing. And I'm like, cool, I can automate that for you. And then I just, and that's what I build for you guys. But yeah, if you shoot me an email with more details, I can see what I can come up with. Cool. Does anybody else have any other questions? We've been at it for, how long have we been doing this? About 45 minutes. Yep. See if anybody else has any questions or anything. I'll probably try to keep it around an hour just for the people rewatching, so it's not too crazy long. I wish more people showed up. We have 18 people watching now. If you're watching right now, say hi in the chat. Also, I want to know some details about how Closet Tools is improve your closet sales and stuff like that. Like, show some numbers. Help people get inspired. Laura says, I think you're amazing. Best deal out there. Thank you. Yeah, you're welcome. I like building it for you guys. It's fun. But yeah, if you're watching, get in the chat. Say hi. Actually, I don't know. I didn't have the live chat on. I don't think I missed any comments. Yeah. Oh, Lane says hi. You've already been here, Lane. Did you mention about new future functions coming up soon? I did say one that I'm doing. I don't like to mention all of them because my competitors watch my live stream and then they try to make stuff before I make it. So, but one I'm making is the targeted following automation, where so like depending on like what you sell. So like if you sell, women's purses, if I go to bags, and then like you sell high end women's bags, you can do like over 500, and like you could even pick like your brands and stuff like that if you wanted. But anyways, what Closet Tools will be able to do, and what I'll do is I'll actually do, I guess I could do it by just shared. It'll go through and follow the likers of these items because these people are interested in buying these items. And so like it'll get you in the notifications of people that are interested in buying like high-end purses and stuff like that. So pretty handy, I would say. Yeah, I don't know if I would sort it by likes, but that would be like, yeah, these are like not these are not actually purses that are other or over $500. So I probably would just sort it by like either relevance or just shared or something like that. Probably relevance. I'd love to be able to set more parameters and automatic offer likers, such as an offer discount on certain categories. Yeah, that gets pretty tricky, because then I would have to build out like like all of these different options in Closet Tools, and that doesn't really work. Like that would be like super cumbersome. Um, the way I would do it is like I would have the automatic offer likers at a somewhat lower discount, something that you're comfortable with sharing on all of your items, and then like later that day go into your closet page, and then like if you wanted to do you know a big discount or a smaller offer on items over I don't have any over 500 in my closet. 250 to 500. You could do the offer to likers here, and you could do a 10% discount on those. But then like items between, $50 and $100 or something like that, you could do a 20% discount or something like that. So use the automatic offer to likers to do like a lower discount, and then go through later and offer bigger discounts on stuff that you want a bigger discount on. That's what I would do. Was anyone affected by the algorithm change that happened earlier in the new year? My sales were cut in half in March, but have increased since that time. Yeah, so Carrie, what they've been doing, they've been messing with the search stuff. And they made the search, I don't know what it's like right now. So like if I search for like Nike, the people that were showing up at the top were like people that like put like Nike 5 times in the title. Like it was like this weird SEO type thing. So like this, like these items show up. These 2 items are the only title is Nike, and then like the brand is Nike. So like they show up in the top items for like when you search for Nike. So they've been doing some weird things with search. And I think they're trying to get more relevant items to the top. But you certainly want to make the titles of your items things that you think people are going to be searching for. So you don't want to put like beautiful top, that's golden or whatever. Like you want to put in the brand, you want to put in maybe the size, or you want to put in like, some very concise descriptions of what the actual item is, because that's what people are searching for. Or like they're searching for a brand. They'll be like, Lululemon. Oops, if I can spell, tops or something like that. They'll do that. And then the people that actually put Lululemon top in their title and stuff like that, like this, Lululemon top, it's right here. So, and like here, Lululemon top, so you got to kind of think about how people are searching for items, because honestly most sales on Poshmark come from search. It's people searching for items. There are some sales that come from like people going to your closet and like actually looking through your items and like buying something, but generally they're looking for something specific. They're looking for new shoes, they're looking for new dresses, they're looking for kids clothes, and they search for stuff. So you do want to kind of think about what people might be searching for, and then you want to put that in the title of your item. My sales are fantastic for about 3 days, and I barely sell anything for 3 days. Definitely a pattern to it. That's what changed for me. Yeah, my wife actually has been the same way. Like the last 2 days, she made like 8 sales when normally, but like for a week, she had like no sales. It was like weird. So that definitely is happening with us too. V for Violet says, I love the new automation feature. Have more time to list more items, and that will increase my sales. Yeah. I mean, that's the goal, is to, free up all of your time so that you can spend it, doing other things to grow your business. Sell more stuff. You can go out shopping, get new items to sell, get new inventory. You can list more. You can, play with your kids more. You can sleep more. You can do whatever you want more. Yeah. So yeah, peacefully present. That's what she was talking about. It's like some of the search stuff. Yeah, I mean, it's really important on Poshmark to get in search results. Um, I don't actually know. It'd be interesting to look at is what these people have. So like, how big are these closets that are at the top? So like this one's a pretty big one. Um, Throw the revenue calculator on here. So she's got 300,000 followers. And she's a Poshmark ambassador too. I would not be surprised if a lot of the top items when people are searching are from people that are, Poshmark ambassadors and stuff like that. Poshmark said they penalized for keyword dumps. It was said on a live, but I don't see it. Yeah, I mean, I think there's a difference between a keyword dump and just having very specific keywords in your title. Like you want to have specific keywords in your title. Like you can see this closet. They have like these Levi's pants. They have the Levi's. They have the type of pants, the 505. They got the men's dark wash jeans. Like these are really good titles. I'm not sure about like what these numbers are at the end, but yeah. So this closet does pretty well. Yeah, they're doing about 5, 8, 9K. So yeah, they're doing really well. So this Lisa 181818, which is a good one if you want to check out. If you sell, looks like Levi's and jean type stuff, then like she's a good one to follow. You can kind of glean. You can see she makes a lot of money on Levi's and Madewell. Free People comes up a lot. So cool. Yeah, keyword stuffing. Yeah, so like keyword stuffing would be like putting like Levi's in your title. Whereas like that would be penalized. You don't want that. But if you have a Levi's item, like put Levi's in the title, because then that's relevant to what people are searching for. So that's what you would want. So let's see if my theory is correct. So empty hanger, I know that's a big one. Let's see if all these people are Poshmark ambassadors. Poshmark ambassador, Poshmark ambassador, Poshmark ambassador, Poshmark ambassador. So like, it looks like to me, all the top people when you search for stuff are Posh ambassadors, and I can see them. I can see them promoting Poshmark ambassadors because obviously those are people that are going to be reliable sellers. And so you want to get your ratings high. You want to like sharing the fresh closets is huge because so like if I go to her about, it tells you how many new Poshers they've shared and even done shares for other people. And Poshmark loves this stuff. They want their ambassadors involved in the community and getting people addicted to being on Poshmark. So you want to have good ratings, you want to have good fast ship time, and I think all those things will help you rank higher for search results. And I think if you're, not a reputable seller and you're not, so like this person, they have like almost no stats. And so like they're down here after the first row. So it does seem kind of like the first row, it looks like they made all really big sellers. And then after that, it seems like it's kind of just random who they actually put. I've also seen people use keywords in description though to try to show up in other searches. Yep. Yeah, so you can definitely